Hey guys, today we're going to be continuing watching the Spy Psychology series by John Hill 2. So far, this series has been amazing, man. It's been really funny and super informative on things you need to look out for, things you need to do while you're playing Spy. And as a new player that hasn't played Spy yet, I'm going to be playing Spy here pretty soon. I'm super glad I watched this series beforehand, man. And this one is titled Spy as a Gun, which has been the running joke for the entire series. So I'm sure this one is going to be awesome. So thank you so much to everybody that has been liking and commenting, watching these videos, man. I really appreciate your support. And with that being said, if this is your first time stopping by the channel, do not forget to hit that sub button, please and thank you. And let's go ahead and jump into it. Oh, nice. I love these intros. I say this every time because they just get better and better, man. The music, the editing, it almost feels like a TV show. It's just really good.
Hey, look, buddy. I'm a spy, and I solve practical problems. The gun.
Oh, no. Okay.
You have it. Yes, the knife will get most of your kills, but the knife has a limited amount of range. And this is where this thing comes in. And these things come in later.
Come in later.
Is so underutilized that the phrase "spy as a gun" has become my running joke. And a bit of a motto for the spies who watch this series. You think about it, you tell it to others, you reply with it on every spy-related thing, recite it every night before bed, and vandalize local property with it.
I love this.
That last one.
But with all this talk about how Spy has a gun, finally I am making the long-requested video on specifically that. Here is how the gun works.
Oh, man. And man, once again, props off to John Hill 2, man. Like the editing style, everything about their channel is just fantastic.
The revolver is a hit scan weapon. The moment you fire, the game instantly draws a line straight down your crosshair, and if it collides with another player, it counts as a hit.
That didn't hurt.
But if you fire another shot within 1.25 seconds, it will randomly deviate from your crosshair.
Oh, I see
And this
that.
has more of an impact at longer distances. It has a base damage of 40, its maximum damage at close range is 60, its minimum damage at long range is 21, and critical hits always deal 120 damage regardless of range.
Dang.
And that's really it. The stock revolver is a very simple weapon to understand on a mechanical level, but let's throw in a few tips for actually using it.
Okay, okay.
Space out your shots, especially at longer ranges. Waiting between firing can reduce or negate the random spread that occurs on subsequent shots.
Huh, yeah.
Practice. Aiming with it can be harder than you think, so practice it with things like TR Walkway or just go out of your way to use it in pubs.
Oh.
3. Do not underestimate its power. If your shots connect, it does respectable damage.
Watch, as I am just below medium range. It takes 1, 2, 3 shots to kill the light class. Also observe, as you can see the health of enemy players, unlike the other classes.
But what about me?
Shut up!
But the point is, stock is
He straight up just said, shut up!
a very consistent revolver. But back to my running joke. I have it as such to drill that phrase into people's heads,
Ooh.
but I think it's worth explaining the point of why. So, let's explain the joke. And as they say, dissect the
Hello, it is I, the Frog. I am currently being brutally dissected and being compelled by
Look at this!
the voices to explain the funny.
The fun.
The idea that Spy has a gun doesn't mean you should
I'm never gonna make it through this, man.
use it on innocent bystanders at all times, even if you really want to. Instead, Keep it in your pocket and use it at a deviously opportune moment. Use the gun against guys running towards you. Participate in an active fight. Fire upon Clifford, who is standing up. How the fuck? Or engage guys running away from you. Officer, it was self-defense. No, do not arrest me. Do you know who I am? I will defend myself against you. Just because.
This has been so different from the others. I'm not gonna lie. Like, usually the joke goes on for just like 10 to 15 seconds or so, but this frog thing is it's just going, dude.
You have the Second Amendment. Doesn't mean you should exercise it at every possible moment.
Except neither of us live in America.
Yeah, true.
You done?
Yeah.
That noise and the little walk away was hilarious.
So let's start with the first question.
Oh man.
Now, yes, you have a gun. But unless you're going out of your way to drop all stealth and play gun spy, most of your kills are still going to be a result of the knife. If someone doesn't know you are there and is facing away from you, the knife will work just fine. The gun is instead there for the scenarios where the knife doesn't work. Most often, when people already know you are there, you could try and recreate those epic frag montages you've seen, or you can just shoot them. A lot of people tend to see spy as a free kill. And they're often caught off guard when the spy actually shoots them. You can get into the enemy's head and see the exact moment at which they start to realize that you can hit your shots. That, or they continue running at you, and die really awkwardly. You can get moments like this, where the enemy spy underestimates the power of the revolver, runs at you trying to trick stab, and doesn't know what to do when you just pull out your gun and start
Windows.
Oh my god!
The basic rule is, if knife don't work, gun. If gun don't work, run.
Run.
Some other good scenarios for your gun are low health players outside of your knife's range, some low health player retreating to a health pack, getting bored and becoming a DPS class, or using your ability to see enemy health is also really helpful in picking fights. You can often tell which fights you'll have an advantage in, or, as mentioned before, finish off the poor guy running through a health pack by spontaneously becoming the other pick class. In fact,
wow.
the revolver is far more effective at range than shotguns, and especially if you can dodge projectiles. Not to mention the, yeah.
Yeah.
Also note that the knife from the front does 40 damage, so if your opponent is just below that threshold and really close to you, you can just finish them off British style.
Dang.
It's also good against Razorback snipers, as they tend to turn towards you after the second shot. Anyway, we've talked about stock, but what about the other four? There are three categories I like to split them up into.
Okay.
Consistently good, kind of situational, and cursed.
Cursed.
Stock fits into the consistently good category. But
Okay.
then there's the other one that shares that status.
Oh, okay. We seen this one in the last video.
Since this gun's name is in,
Or maybe it was the video before that.
Spanish, nobody but me knows it's pronounced as. This gun has the stats of plus 40% cloak duration, plus 15% cloak on hit,
Oh.
but a 20% damage penalty.
Hmm.
Now, the revolver has the lowest base damage of any of the revolvers. How could it be consistently good? Well, that's because of the plus 40% cloak duration you get just by equipping it.
That is nice.
It's big! 10 seconds
Yeah, that
cloak,
is nice.
Pitiful. How about 14 seconds? Has your cloak run out and you need to escape? Guess what? Plus 15% cloak on hit. Cloak and dagger is movement sensitive. Well, now it's a bit less sensitive and less likely to go on an argument on twitter.com. Wait. Having the increased cloak allows you to get further with your cloak, worry less about managing it, and be more patient with your decloaks. But be wary. If you use it too much, you may develop a case of cloak management disorder. A condition that is caused by reliance on the extra cloak that makes you struggle to use any revolver besides the revolver.
Oh.
It is not terminal, and can be treated with some stock revolver therapy.
This is like
So,
Robert
it's not just a
therapy.
tool for newer spies, as it's also good if you're trying to adopt a more patient playstyle. You can wait with your cloak for longer and observe the enemy more. It's an especially good combo with the cloak and dagger. You can negate the reduced cloak of the Your Eternal Reward. Its cloak on hit is the only thing that can restore the cloak of the Deadringer.
Oh.
But you may be thinking, okay, so it's just good for its passive buff, but due to damage penalty, it isn't useful in combat, right?
Ooh.
Nope. Even with the you should still shoot it at people in the same scenarios as you'd use stock. It is the lowest base damage of all the revolvers, but it's still consistently good.
Okay.
Now-
Okay.
We go to the kinda situational guns. This gun has the single upside of getting critical hits on headshots.
Oh man, they were making jokes about this on I can't remember if it was one of the very first episodes of this or Soundsmith, where they just kept saying, yeah, but it's not the ambassador. They're like, well, why can't you use this one? And they're like, because it's not the ambassador. Even though they were giving him like better reasons to not use it, he was still like, yeah, but it's not the ambassador.
It's the only non-sniper rifle weapon that can headshot. And its downsides are bump, bump, bap. Then that's it. Wait, no, Jungle Inferno, no.
Oh.
No, wait, stop. So the idea of this gun is that it rewards skilled aim with crit damage.
What, did Jungle Inferno really nerf it or something?
But resulting in less DPS, you can't hit headshots. Or just can't hit. However, there is another thing that the game doesn't tell you. Because headshots only count when there is no bullet spread. Meaning, you need to space out your shots.
Oh.
However, back in 2017, when Jungle Inferno released, they made the
Oh.
Ambassador the only weapon that has its critical hits.
I'm so glad that like I asked a question and then like not even 20 seconds later he's explaining it.
Affected by range. Now, sure, Spy isn't supposed to be Sniper, so that's not entirely unfair, right?
Yeah.
Well, sure, I don't disagree with that, but, they went a bit overkill. If
Oh.
it weren't for this nerf, this gun would still be in the consistently good category. But be warned! Because using this gun makes you go for headshots, which is only like 10% of the hitbox, I think, because I can't be bothered doing the math instead of just eyeballed it, you may actually miss more shots entirely.
He said, I didn't really care to do all this, but I just eyeballed it. At least it was being
If you
honest.
just went with the stock revolver. Because
But-
these days, this thing only really shines at
Oh,
close-ish.
dude, wait. They got the like Christmas lights. It's like a festive spike. Wait, can every gun in the game be like a festive version of it? Because I didn't know you could have one on like the Spycicle here. I've only seen it on like a few weapons.
range, where it can clutch 1v1.
But if it's on the Spycicle, I'm assuming every gun in the game probably has like the festive style, like Christmas lights and stuff around them.
And also deal with Razorback snipers, as a single headshot, followed up by a quick body shot, can kill them quicker than most of them can react. That, or they have an incredibly bad case of tunnel vision.
Oh my god.
Anyway, the Ambassador is good at close range if you can aim headshots.
That was so
Otherwise,
funny.
Literally any other revolver is better.
The Enforcer?
The Enforcer. The gun. Of time. It
Okay.
has the upsides of plus 20% damage while disguised, and it pierces all damage resistances. The downsides are 20% firing speed penalty,
Ooh.
and no random crits. The latter is
Ooh.
barely a downside. Since the damage bonus only applies while disguised, it effectively only applies to your first shot. So, it's capable of two-shotting Razorback snipers at point blank. And if you go for the memes and team up with a crits medic, crits can one-shot light classes.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
No, sentry gun!
But when this gun is put up against most types of damage resistance, it simply says, "Who asked?" and like an absolute giga chat, proceeds to completely bypass them. The resistances it bypasses are Vaccinated Bullet Resistance, Vaccinated Uber Bullet Resistance, Spine Visibility, Battalion's Backup Rage, Graspy Spin Up, Natasha Low Health, Fists of Steel,
Dang.
Wrangler Shield, and Deadringer. Do note that this only applies to damage resistances, not immunities.
Oh.
So damage and crit immunities are not bypassed.
Oh.
Also, a couple of resistances are bugged and aren't bypassed. Because, of course they are.
Because of course they are.
These are all manpower power-ups and the hidden separate armor mechanic on sentries. With the Vaccinator, Spy now counters it harder than he already did, since it lacks melee resistance. The Wrangler shield, which is arguably overpowered, is also completely shut down by the Enforcer. Sentries are very quirky and don't care about damage fall off when taking damage. You can shoot them from far away or up close, and they will still take the same amount of damage. Using this with the Enforcer will probably annoy the local engineer so much, he'll die of cardiac arrest.
Dang.
Also, the Deadringer just gets completely screwed by this weapon, as the damage resistances it's supposed to give are completely nullified. It can even one-shot them at point blank if they're using the kunai. Fists of Steel are also typically used for escapes or tanking damage, and yet again, the Enforcer completely screws this up. But the overall problem with this upside is that TF2 isn't some roguelike with a huge amount of resistances.
Oh, dude, this style right here, the way all everything looks, actually doesn't look that bad. I kind of like the way this looks.
So being able to bypass them only really comes into play in a few scenarios. But the downsides are also somewhat negligible.
Yeah, like the firing speed, the no random crits, you know?
Just sort of exists. I get that this is definitely an opinion, and some people really like this gun. And you know what? More power to you. It's fun for me sometimes. But then, there is the cursed one.
Oh, the Diamondback, okay.
This is the Diamondback. It rewards you with a guaranteed critical hit for every backstab and building sapped.
Oh.
That has the potential to be stupidly powerful, as it just rewards you for doing your job as Spy.
Yeah.
So, what are the downsides to balance this out? What?
Oh. What? Dude.
I'm going to save this gun for a different video. It is cursed. Just don't use it.
Just don't use it? Oh, man. Okay. I'll take your advice on it.
Is really good. Some are more consistent than others, but at the end of the day, it's an option you have. Do not neglect it,
Okay.
because you'll be surprised at how powerful of a weapon it is. Never forget, Spy has a gun.
Okay, yeah, this was a really good episode, man.
Hey everyone, this video took about 2 months to make if you couldn't tell. So I'd really appreciate it if you can help boost this video in the algorithm by engaging with it. Please. Or even help me out directly with channel memberships, which gives you some awesome perks. Because, I'll be blunt, if I'm going to continue making videos like this, I need the support, and like I said, I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, and one last thing. If even one of you makes the unfunny ha 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 Spy doesn't have a gun joke, I am going to detonate these sticky bombs that I've laid on this Hoovie. I'll do it.
Oh. Okay, that was awesome, man. Another great episode by John Tale 2. Spy is a gun. That was amazing. I'll be sure to put the original video link down below if you want to go watch it for yourself, of course. And please do go support this creator. Their channel is just amazing, man. I've really enjoyed it. So, if you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to hit a like. It really, really, really helps out the channel here. Not only does it show me if you guys want to see me continue to react to things like this, but it also helps other people, new people, to see the channel as well. So, I just really appreciate the support. You guys are awesome, man. If there's anything else you want to see me react to, you are more than welcome to comment down below, and I'll be sure to put it on the list, make. Or if you want to join my Discord, That I always put that in the link down below, or I put the link in the description down below. If you want to go join the Discord, there's a section in there that I have for people to put reaction suggestions in there. So if you want to go do that, so I'll directly have the link, you're more than welcome to go do that. So that's all I got for you, my dudes. I will see you in the next video. And do not forget, it's Work Army for life.